Hey, it's Chris here. Thank you for joining me in this video, and apologies first thing of all. It's been a little while. I've not done any videos since the Impala, and as you can see, there's been 3 builds since then. I've had a lot going on, a career change mainly, with losing one, being made redundant, and then obviously finding a new one, starting this new job. It's a fantastic new job actually, great people. The days are much longer. Struggling to find the time in the evening, just too tired. But anyway, I digress. Back to this. So between the Impala and the Lightning, which is the most recent, with the RX-7, that was the first one after the Impala. That one's been under shadows. It's been under a curtain. It's been blacked out purely because it was for a build-off, for the ProscaleModels build-off, the JDM Bonanza. Fortunately, although I didn't get any votes in the public voting, I did win the best photography as voted for by the judges. So for the judges involved, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. But let's have a quick look over this RX-7. So I will be honest, I'm currently recording this video in the evening. It's, I don't know, 6:30 or something. So the lighting's not the greatest in my room. But anyway, the RX-7. So this is the Aoshima kit. It's the initial D, kit that comes with the figure. And bear me 1 second. I've actually got a little Bluetooth speaker and stuck a little figure on there. I don't actually put them in the car. Will it zoom in? Will it focus? It won't. Anyway, yep. So anyway, I didn't put them in the car. But here we are. So this is painted in ProScale Paints Lamborghini Viola Pacife. That Paul kind of got mixed up for me at a request, so thank you very much for that. And obviously the ProScale 2K, and then polished up. So the kit actually comes with some different wheels, but true to me, my style, there's only one wheel that I could have gone for this. Obviously the T37s. These are the Aoshima 19-inch versions. I actually also, so that was one edition. The other edition was the brakes, 3D printed. The rotors painted in gunmetal. The calipers painted in yellow. There's some big Brembo decal on there. I couldn't find any smaller decals, but that looks alright. The chassis, I didn't bother touching that really, just painted it black, did the chrome for the exhaust, and let it be, left it at that. The body, oh yeah, the red lights. So this actual kit comes with 3 different types of clear light settings. You got the typical with the round clusters as such, and then in this one, which I've not seen this before, this light arrangement for the RX-7, so I went for that. I quite like it because it's different. I like different, but also there was another clear light setup where it actually looks like it has a bit of a ducktail molded into the light, the clear part. But again, that was the round lenses as such. But once I go for that one, at the interior, let's see if we can see that. Let me just put my flash on, see if that helps. There we go. So the interior, I painted the camo with Citadel paints, as you can see, purple, white and grey, with a paintbrush. The roll cage is Mr. Colour Fluorescent Pink, which is incredibly bright. Obviously a bit of ProScale flocking for the parcel shelf. And again, the detail on the dash, try and do all the little dials and stuff. Just really happy with this. Although the only issue I had was the window trims were so thin. I couldn't. There wasn't enough meat, for example, to cut the tape into to try and mask off. So I did it with a freehand with a paintbrush, which is why it looks a bit rough around some of the edges. The decals on the windows, the Mazda Speed was from the spares box, and I couldn't have done a build without the Scaleriders decal on the back there, look. All in all, yeah, absolutely love this build. I love the light setup as well, where it's got this light with the intake, Now it did have a masking sticker, so you could mask it off, so you could still see the lights. But I actually preferred it all blacked out. I know. Also, one last thing. Sorry, I keep forgetting. It's been a while. The actual vents in the bonnet, they was all moulded in, so I just had to cut them all out. You could probably, if you look close enough, I don't know, they were a bit, some of them a bit uneven. So I've got a little drilled bits out, and then tried to get some sharp snippers and just snip them out, and then just cut, trim, sand them smooth, and then stuck some mesh on. Same with those little vents there. So yeah, that's the RX-7. Do you know, it's such a fun kit. It went together really well. I was really happy with that. And me personally, I really like the appearance of it. I like the purple with the white wheels. And very, very happy with that. So yeah, that is the RX-7. After that was a very special build. And 1 second. So after that, it was a very special build with this Veil side kitted Tamiya R33. So as you can see, this base case is completely different to all the others because there's a reason for that. This is actually a powered base. So if we look on the bottom there, we have, oh sorry for knocking the camera, I'm a Halo. So this was kindly provided to me by AmaHalo. You have the inductive display base plus the panels for obviously making it a case, and they are crystal clear, absolutely crystal clear. So let me show you this. So I've always wanted to put lights into a build, but I've always been put off by the fact you need batteries, soldering, switches and whatever else. But with this, with AmaHalo, they remove the need for any batteries, any soldering, anything like that. They use the base as, easiest way to describe it is like you get your mobile phones with your wireless chargers. Imagine like that, it's wireless power. So if we turn it on and then just turn it around, we've got lights. So what I did is I actually drilled the headlights, and there's one light in each. With this case, it actually comes with 4 white LEDs. They also sent me a few extra packs. They sent me blue, yellow and white. So I used some white ones on the back as well. Again, just drilled the holes out. It's cool, right? So yeah, that was a really cool feature. But this is where it gets interesting. So that's turned on. Let me just get rid of this panel. And look, there's no wires. It's still turned on. What I'll do is I'll just put some pictures up of what it looks like under the body shell with these light receivers, and then just show you the back. And be very cautious moving it about because the body's loose, so I can take the body off, but I don't fancy doing that on the camera at the minute. You can see look, the light's still on, look, but then we go down and then they all come on. It's absolutely fantastic technology, and it's just so cool being able to, put lights in without the need for batteries and soldering and wires and switches. You just use your display case, which is awesome. So the next thing about this build is what you're probably realising is it's again the Veil side R33. So this was not only was my first build putting lights into it, it was also my first build of a trans kit, and that being the Veil side kit. So for those of you who don't know, there's a guy called Scale Model Jam. He's got a Cult 3D channel page. He's got loads of parts he's designed, and he's an awesome guy, and there's some fantastic bits on there. He previously designed me some 20-inch T37s, which I put on a JZX Mark II. So that was awesome, thank you for that. And then obviously he provided me this Tamiya Veilside kit. So he had the Fujimi version, so he scanned it in and tinkered with it to make it fit better for the Fujimi one, and then he's altered it and fine-tuned it for the Tamiya version, and it's a fantastic looking body kit. Like I said, I've been very cautious with it because it's on loose, because I've left it off, so when I go to the model clubs, shows, things like that, it's I could take it off to show them, but let me just get the light on. This is painted in ProScale Midnight Purple. For those asking, it's Midnight Purple 1. Let's stop this camera shaking. As you can see, it's polished up really nice with the 2K. The colour looks fantastic. I went with the Volks Bronze for the wheels. They're actually some LM GT4 Nismo wheels from an old Skyline kit. That was in the Shell for Doom. But yeah, the trans kit fitted beautifully. You know, I was expecting to make quite a few mistakes, being it's my first one. But in actual fact, it didn't go too bad. I was very, very happy with that. Really happy with that. I just think it's such a nice colour. It's not as crazy as what you're used to seeing. For example, before that, the stupidly bright RX-7 to this sort of more tamer looking Veilside in this Midnight Purple. I just think it's a great looking colour. Great looking colour. So let's just, I mean, as you can see as well, I've done this on the camera to show you just how easy it is. Oh, knocking it off. Assembling. So you got the two notches. You've got the small notch at the top, big notch at the bottom. Big notch goes into the base. I can't recommend this Hammer Halo stuff enough. You do get a starter base kit, which is just the base and 4 lights, or you get the display kit, which is the base, the panels, and obviously the 4 lights as well. You can buy lights individually. They do white, yellow, green, red and blue, so whatever tickles your fancy. But honestly, I can't recommend that enough. It's to be able to put lights into a build is fantastic. Oh, thumbs over here. So there we are. That's the Veilside. So bear me 1 second while I just move this away. Right, so this lightning is something extremely different. For starters, it's an AMT kit. Would you believe I've had an AMT kit on the bench? And you know what? It was good. Yeah, I'm going to say that. It was good. There was a few little bits and bobs that caught me out. It's been a few weeks. I actually forgot what it was. I've had a lot going on. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so the first things first is the clear parts. The connection points were huge. If you see just above the wing mirror just there, look. I used my sharpest snips, but it still left a massive crack. So I was a bit gutted at that. But otherwise, it's actually quite a good kit. The bed, let's get this into focus. The bed hooks into the cab. The interior tub clips into the cab. The seats clip in, and they hold the centre console in. Oh yeah, the dials, they were moulded in. You had to paint them. There's no decals for them. But I thought, I ain't doing that. So I just found some spares from the box, and then typically tried to detail the dash, the rear panel. So the rear lights, they just kind of like slot like pegs into holes. So it keeps going in and out of focus. Top bed opens. What we've got, the tips, they were solid, moulded, so I cut them off, found some spares, I think from an old RX-7 kit, so I put them on, the exhaust tips on. Yes, I forgot to paint the inside of the hubs behind the wheels, so it's just bare plastic. So yeah, and the tone on the bonnet to the rest of it's slightly out. You can see the SVT engine in there. Quite a lot going on. Unfortunately, I didn't realise until it was too late, but I've knocked that unit there. But still quite happy. I didn't go to town on it. It was more of a bit of a fun build, just to see how I got on. And I say it's not perfect, far from it. It's got a pretty cool decal on the back window. The Scaleriders on the front looks perfect. Underneath, again, didn't go to town. Just surface of black, gloss black, and a bit of chrome. And obviously the engine, which was all painted up. That was a really good kit for, you know, an AMT that we all hear horror stories about. I was quite happy with that. So yeah, that is the update of what I've been building recently. I've not actually opened the kit for a few weeks. I finished this one a couple of weeks ago. It's been a little while, but next up, I'm looking forward to it. It is a Scalerider sponsored build, and it is this. I will be building this next. So yeah, hopefully I can get to it sooner rather than later. It's just finding a little bit of time, getting to a new routine, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So anyway, it's been a long old video. Apologies to keep you. Thank you for watching if you stayed this far. Let me know in the comments what you think of the builds. Which one was your favourite? The RX, the Veilside R33, or the Lightning? And then we'll see you for the unboxing of this one. Thanks again. Look after yourselves. All the best.